his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning, Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, tonight. Don't know if that's the word. Good morning, Bakers. What's going on? Good afternoon, Bakers. Dad had a little too much medicine in his coffee last night. Didn't sleep well. I actually did I'm proud of myself. I should have tweeted it out. I didn't. My normal Trevor Plouffe morning digs. Got the morning workout in.
Oh.
Because I don't sleep well when I drink alcohol.
So you were up pretty early.
So I did the 7:30 a.m. wake up into workout, had breakfast, instantly got very tired. Texted you, said I think we're going to need to delay Steel a little bit. Took a little cat nap. We're live, baby. Oh, snap. That was lit. Give me it, BB.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
It's a lunch break in Jake.
A lunch break in Jake. I like that a lot. Producer BBD, always giving it hell on the ones and twos. Chat's going. Who's in here? Michelle Haley, you're the best. Jill, you already know you're the best. Will, Luca, Al, Will Esnall. What's going on, everybody? I told you, I got the chat up now. I'm live. I think a part of this show might be just taking questions from the audience. Oh, we had some podcast reviews. Oh, snap. That was lit.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
Coach Ballgame's 3-year anniversary of doing his Jim Nantz impression on the Dan Patrick Show. Maybe call him. I don't know, guys. It's an assorted Thursday. If you have no idea why I'm acting this way, a.k.a. the way I act every morning and for about 6 years going into the office at a regular job. We had a couple daiquiris last night. It's not the game of the night. Wish it was. We did the Orioles-Yankees live stream. A lot of you good people were in there. Appreciate it so much. We had a lot of fun. Culmination of a lot of things to kick off this baseball season before we get into a normal routine. You know, we did the opening day live stream last Thursday. We did, we're not going to do Jameson shots for every Jameson Taillon strikeout this year. Oh, my God. Someone on Twitter going to, do that?
I think they expect you to be that someone on Twitter.
A lot of eyes on me right now. No, a younger me, maybe. Good way to get some follows. I don't want to be pushing anyone towards doing that. BBD, the Masters started today, like that. Robbie Scirocco in The Office produces that show. Chris Rose rotation. He's wearing a Masters hat. Got disconnected. Golf guy. BBD on this program.
Worked the Masters a few years ago. He did, not me.
Rob did, not you. In Augusta. That's cool.
Yeah. I've never been asked.
Supposed to be a special place.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a very special place.
Said it was really cool.
Like, everyone gets really geeked up talking about it. Because I think everything's cheap still. BBD, you put a segment we do on this show a lot. We do a segment called The Game of the Night. BBD, and we went to, as you mentioned, Sam's Phoenix Suns versus your Utah Jazz. Cole Tucker's Phoenix Suns. Sorry, Sam. You said this is a hell of a ball game?
Allegedly.
Should we go find out together?
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns hosted the Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul. Are these the two top teams in the West right now? They've been doing that all year. I'm assuming they are.
I think they're still the teams up top there.
No way I'm going to look that up. Ooh, ugly game in the first quarter, 21-20. Okay, so Jazz won, Suns 2.
Mm-hmm.
So the Suns, and this, I don't know if you remember this from a little while back, BBD. I got sucked into Sun Jazz Twitter, and these two teams don't like each other.
Yeah,
It's like
battling.
we're the two forgotten teams in the Western Conference battling out. Ugly first quarter, Utah 21, Phoenix 20. Phoenix kicked into gear in the second quarter. What do they have? 10-point lead, 11-point lead at the half. BBD, your Jazz kicking in gear. Donovan Mitchell, man, is he underrated at this point? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, but like it kind of corrected itself pretty quick. He's back to underrated.
Like, he finishes with 41 points in this one, and it's not like, you know, there's some stars where you say they're protected or something. I mean, the rest of this team is solid. But, I mean, Bogdanovich, Conley, Gobert, like, they're all real nice ball players. Jingle Jam, Joe Ingles. BBD down the stretch of this game. As my Jess says, any NBA basketball team turn into the fourth quarter. Chris Paul makes 15-foot, 2-point shot. Tell me if you've seen that before. The Don in the chat. That got me good. Donovan Mitchell, the Don. To put the Suns up 3 with a $1:30 left on the clock. Back and forth. Nobody's getting buckets. Missed Bogdanovich. Devin Booker misses the floater. Donovan Mitchell, the Don. Bang. 3-point shot. We're taking this to overtime. Coming to yeah. Big Jack Black mood today. Feeling big-time School of Rock vibes right now. In overtime, the Suns pull away with it. Couple Chris Paul free throws late. Ice the game. Booker, Chris Paul. I mean, those are the dudes. Let me see this Suns stat line. Devin Booker, 35 points. 13 for 31. Chris Paul, 12 of 24. Have a day, man. CP3 still gets it done. DeAndre Ayton, what's his deal? Do we like him? He's good, right?
I think he's good, yeah.
Does anyone dislike DeAndre Ayton? Suns win in OT. 117-113. For those NBA standings, they are now, what, a game back? Game and a half back of the Jazz. And, guys, you know, NBA standings, what do they mean? Some different matchup stuff. Right now, it's these two teams. Clippers are 4.5 games back of first place. They're in third. Nugs are 5. Lakers 6. Trailblazers, Mavericks. And then your Grizzlies in the 8th slot. Didn't realize that. Suns win.
Playing games this year.
That Phoenix, Utah, Arizona, Utah rivalry. Watch out. Get into that Twitter one night. If you're looking to throw some elbows, let your knees touch your elbows. All right. That was kind of the fake game of the night. It was a real game of the night.
Yeah, it was the singular best game, I reckon.
I'll be honest with you
Decent
guys.
baseball slate. But
We were live on YouTube from 6:30 to 11. Well, actually, we recorded the podcast after that, so we're live on YouTube from 6:30 to 11 to 12:30.
I was going to say like 12:15 out there. I don't remember what time. People were asking what time I got home, and I don't remember. It was all a blur.
Yeah, man, I was, we love peeling back the curtain for you guys because you were the best. Yeah, I mean, we finished up. I was still kind of running hot, post-podcast high, if you will. The Condor, he was still doing it, and that's obvious. But he's a night bird. He said that. He openly admitted it. And yeah, I just sat in the chair for a little bit. Don't even remember what was on the TV. It was just like so tired and running hot at the same time. So there's your fake game of the night. BBD, if we're talking basketball, I do think
I wrote a few like just stat lines that stuck out.
Okay.
In our sheet. One thing that sticks out to me about this Phoenix game, Devin Booker doesn't hit a 3, still gets 35 points. I think I believe, I haven't watched enough Phoenix Suns to say this with conviction.
Evolution of Devin Booker.
He's like taken the leap from mid-range. And, like, it's kind of, like, the perfect amount to go over from 3. So, like, because he wasn't just, like, chucking and we get to, like, he was over 12 from 3. What's up with that? So it's like the perfect amount where I'm impressed by the stat line and not, like, mad he didn't hit a 3.
I'm happy about that. BBD, you did write a few stat lines in here. Jaylen Brown versus the Knicks.
It was a close game. I saw none of it.
Yeah.
So, gonna have to find out by the time we record that, I guess.
Yeah. Check with Greg, Ken, Tom.
Sounded like a heartbreaker.
KD came back. The bad man. I know I saw our buddy send in some texts about that. Nets were 19-4 without Kevin Durant, I believe. Arguably the second best player in the world. Arguably the best player in the world. So, Nets might be pretty good. Russell Westbrook always doing silly stuff over Magic Sam's magic. 131, 116, 23, 14, 15. And Grayson Allen makes the sheet, huh?
Yeah.
30 points. Jesus. Grayson Allen, dude? Isn't he, like, actually hated now?
Yeah, I think he, like J.J. Redick, once he became a pro, everyone realized, like, oh, he's not so bad.
Nice
he's
guy.
Pretty likable.
Hits
He was
threes.
at Duke and, like, played the heel a little bit, but Grayson Allen's, like, fully, I don't think people like him. Yeah, he got the start. He was 10 of 18 from the field. Only 3 of 9 from 3. Got to the line a bunch. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, he got in a beef with someone, and I think they started fighting a little bit. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, Grayson Allen kept, like, tripping people in the NBA.
Not cool. Not cool, Grayson Allen. BBD, I was going to circle back to the Natty Championship. We haven't talked about it on here. We do Wake and Jake Monday, Thursday. Sometimes we sneak in a Wednesday if we got to juggle it however we juggle it. And, man, how nasty was Baylor? Like, they got big gross on him, man. Speaking of Mitchell's wearing 45s.
First name D.
Go get that, dude.
And ending in N.
He's a baller, man. He gives me, like, Russ Westbrook vibes a little bit. Like, just no one can guard his first step.
He's good.
BBD, let me ask you a question before we take some chat questions in a little bit. Maybe. I think so. I'm craving that today. I want to open up to you people. BBD, do I get any Gonzaga credit?
Well, we kind of talked
tough.
ourselves off
Right.
all the talking points from
'Cause of
Gonzaga.
the buzzer beater.
Because of that buzzer beater
Yeah.
made them pretty likable again.
That's why I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah.
You answered the question. I didn't think it was flex worthy. I picked Baylor. That's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Like
that part's good.
First year doing a sports program or whatever this is. Got the Baylor Bears. Rest of my bracket pretty meh.
Gonzaga still had the best season in their history and made it further than they've ever made it before.
But I guess that was my whole thing. That with the Fu Manchu and undefeated and they're the big favorites, and here we are again.
Yeah.
Like Gonzaga doesn't have a natty. And I realize there's some rooted UConn stuff in me. Like the girls team had one of the most dominant runs of any sports team ever. The fellas snuck out 4 titles since 99, I think. So I don't know.
You'd think you're good this long.
There was one point where I felt happy where I think the Zags were down 15 and my guy Timmy got a bucket and he did the Fu Manchu. And he's like, dude, you've been getting killed. You've been getting slaughtered. Which, I don't know. Good for Baylor, man. That whole story's really cool. They were doing it on the post game a little bit, and they were showing the Coach Drew, when he took the job. Baylor was of the Big 5 conferences, or however you want to label them, their basketball program was one of the worst gigs out of those. I think there was some scandal stuff. Yeah, there was. And he said, we're going to build it up. We're going to win a couple tournament. We're going to get to the point where we go to the tournament. We're going to get to the point where we win a couple games in the tournament. And then we're going to get to the point where we're going to win the tournament. And he did it, man. So, I mean,
Turned it around.
put him in the Waco, Hall of Fame. It's him, Chip and Joanna Gaines. And that's it. Good job, Waco. That whole team was really good, man. I think that was the other thing with college basketball that I was feeling a little bit, was that Baylor and Gonzaga, I think normally in college basketball, there's 5 teams that are that talented. This year there was only 2, and it was these 2.
Yeah.
But,
They're the only 2 that coming in, you would not say you were surprised if they won.
Baylor's bench guys that were coming in, the dude with the mullet, Mayer, he was good. He was taking step-back threes and banging down low. Flagler came off the bench. All of their big men were monsters. And then Butler, Mitchell, Teague, those guys are special. Vital, the other big man, the babyface big man, had a couple buddies texting me. They were getting Draymond vibes from him. Does a little bit of everything. Glue guy. That Baylor team's a really good team. I feel bad for the Zags a little bit. I mean, they kind of just got run out the building. I'm trying to see, I don't think any of their dudes had bad games. No one's got a terrible shooting performance. Timmy was 5 for 7. Kispert, 5 for 12. Suggs, 8 for 15. You don't look at any of them and say they had a bad night. They just got whooped on,
that's
man.
the reason.
And that's the whole thing with Gonzaga. And hey, let me empathize or sympathize. Never figured that out. Empathy is when you've gone through something.
Empathy is when you're trying to feel the same way as them.
Okay.
Sympathy is when you're just
feel sorry. Kinda?
Yeah. And you're just understanding. But understanding is kind of the link between the two.
Either way, I think I'm empathizing with Gonzaga fans. As I've mentioned, I'm a huge UConn basketball fan. My Huskies left the Big East and went to the AAC, and their program suffered big time, man. Big time, because you just don't, iron sharpens iron, whatever lame phrase you want to use. You just don't get tested enough during the year, where in Baylor's conference this year, man, there's a lot of good basketball teams. Kansas, Texas, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Oklahoma. Baylor played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Baylor played 6 teams, and I think they played those 6 teams multiple times, that they could lose to on a given night, because they're a good college basketball program. Gonzaga? You just don't get tested like that. And that was the other thing. The stat that came out, and hey, this is butter knife, but I think it was Gonzaga is 1-12 against NCAA tournament teams ranked higher than a 3 seed. I mean, there was only one team in Gonzaga's conference that could give him a game, and it was BYU, which they lost to UCLA, who Gonzaga played. So, yeah, I don't know. I see Abe in the chat talking about some conference stuff. It would be cool if, we say conferences, when there's money involved, stuff can happen. In the Pac-12, after their performance in the tourney, if they can somehow find a way to get Zags basketball in the Pac-12, that could be what saves that conference. Because the Pac-12 hasn't gotten a love in a while. And they had a great tournament. Just do it. That's when I was glowing about the tournament, when they had all the X teams playing each other, Michigan State, UCLA opening night. There is an entertainment value to all of this. So, figure it out. Get him in the Pac-12. Get him in the Pac-12. Good job, Baylor. A really dominant college basketball team. Gonzaga, tough, man. But that's like the Suggs shot now. Does that change anything?
I mean, that becomes an all-time shot we see a million times if they go on to win.
It's just the next sentence.
I think we still are going to see it a lot, but it'll just like be part of montages.
Yeah. Then yeah.
3 years.
Tony, 3 yes. Good morning in the chat. So that's, hey, how about a little basketball update? We can do a little baseball, BBD. We're a baseball company, right?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of it. I saw you put some notes in here. Where should we go? I'm scrolling up. I see our guy Jay Flair bounced back and had a good start. We like that a lot. Let's get the MLB standings. We'll be doing Talking Baseball tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You ever do that thing when you're typing and you say a word and you start typing that word?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Really often.
I was bringing up MLB standings, and I said Talking Baseball, and I said MLB Talking. So, whoops. Who's doing really well? The Astros. Astros have the best record in the AL, 5-1. A's with the worst. They finally get a win. Sheesh. Your Phillies, BBD. People are talking about.
Had themselves a big day
People
yesterday.
are tweeting about their infield. I've seen it. Cincinnati Reds are a young story of this season, 5-1 in their hitting after not doing it at all last year. Dodgers are the Dodgers. They're monsters. I almost looked up their infield hitting numbers, but I didn't, BBD. Because I know Will Smith's off to a nuts start. So I'd assume the other guys are okay, but I don't know. What else we got in the notes here? What's hot in the streets? Giants, Padres. No. Doesn't do much for me. 10 innings. How bad is the extra inning rule, man?
It really stinks.
It's like a.
I'm on board for what we've been saying for a year now. Like, I'm open to listening. Like, hey, when we get to the 12th inning,
12th, 11th,
let's end this thing. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel real.
No.
It actively makes games worse.
Would it be better if it was a runner on first?
You have to figure out some rule skirting around like that can't count as a double play if you turn one or something. Because then it's like, that's just hurting the team.
Right, but like that
you have to find
almost makes it cooler to a degree.
It could.
It just.
I'm more open to that than second. But
God, I don't know.
There'd be
Maybe
some
just play
skirting.
normal baseball.
Yeah.
Maybe just play normal baseball.
Play it the same way it's always went.
A's Dodgers 10 innings. Cubs Brewers 10 innings. Yanks O's was 10, right? 11. 11 innings.
This morning I woke up, saw my grandma.
Grams?
She asked how yesterday went because she didn't see me. I was home well after she went to sleep.
Sure.
She's like, well, at least like the win makes things feel better, right? Makes it all worth it. I was like, what do you think happened? She said, well, it was good. The Yankees won in overtime in the 10th.
Yeah.
I had to break it to her that all three of those things incorrect.
Yeah.
Lost in extras in the 11th.
Bad news for you, Grandmama.
Grammy, you idiot.
Come on, Grammy. Gibby, our guy, bounced back yesterday like that. Nasty Nate Eovaldi in the Sox. Sox Nation running hot again. Little sweep of the Rays. Got away from the Rays pretty quick, which makes me a little nervous to go to Tampa. We'll see. My Rockies got nasty on the D-backs. Garrett Hampson 2 for 3.
Yeah. Senzatella, 8 shutout.
My Rockies buddies told me Senzatella's the real deal. He's a big horse that chucks it, but he gets screwed by Coors Field. Coors. Braves take both games of a doubleheader versus the Nats. They needed that in a bad way. Man, the Reds are bopping, huh?
Still going.
Just me and the boys bopping. Bieber and Junis at it. Cleveland beats the Royals 4-2. I don't know, baby. Do you any baseball stuff you need to get off your chest?
Akil Baddoo is like
Yeah.
story baseball stuff. I don't think it's translating to many wins for the Tigers, but it's cool.
He got some love, Farm to Fame, talking baseball. He's like one of the stories of the first week, which, again, good for him.
A couple guys I want to talk about have got them penciled in for a later segment of the show.
Ooh, okay. We'll save it.
Yeah.
We'll save it. Any
Starlin
football?
Castro 3 for 4 in game 1.
Is football doing anything?
I don't think so. I think that
We're sneaking up on the
we're
draft,
in draft
right?
season. I've been seeing a lot of people. I follow that for the Giants talking. A lot of Kyle Pitts discourse.
NFL mock draft 2021. Let's see what we've got. Pete Schrager, NFL. First one that came up. Good for him. Jags, Trevor Lawrence. Jets, Zach Wilson. Niners, Mac Jones.
Oh, the Darnold trade. We haven't talked about.
Oh, yeah. There we go. See, this is why we check out the mock drafts. Oh, I think I just did something stupid. I think I just allowed notifications from NFL.com.
Oh, no.
That's a nightmare. That's a miss. Mac Jones. Oh, of course, Pete Schrager. Oh, he has New England trading up to 4 and taking Justin Fields. So, just live in a fantasy world. Sam Darnold to the Panthers. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, man. Speaking of Baylor connections, Carolina's head coach, Matt Rule. Isn't that nuts that I know that Matt Rule was the head coach at Temple, went to Baylor, turned it around, works for the Carolina Panthers. Like, I'm not flexing that to impress you. It's just like, why is that in there? There's so much other stuff that should be in there, but that's in there. I like it, man. Matt Rule has kind of proved he can coach. Temple, Baylor, Carolina Panthers, again, they were better than people thought they were going to be last year. People thought they were tanking for Trevor Lawrence. They ended up winning 5 games last year. Teddy Bridgewater. I think someone else hopped in for Teddy a little bit.
P.J. Walker.
P.J. Walker. XFL star
Yes.
P.J. Walker? Oh, yeah.
That's the one.
So what did the Jets get back? It was Darnold for a couple picks?
Yeah, it was a
Second-round
second. And I'm trying to find I'm trying to find a graphic of just what the trade is.
I wish I could get my damn NFL notifications. Let's see, article from Judy Batista. Winners of the Sam Darnold trade. Sam Darnold. Not bad. Not bad. Who do they got? So Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. It's better than what he had with the Jets. Tell you that much.
Yeah. The Jets obviously don't. It's not like they got some haul for him. The Panthers are getting good value on the trade, kind of no matter what. Like, it's just not that big a risk to get a guy who's as good as, just as skilled as he is. Hasn't put it together because the Jets stink.
Jets stink.
Like if there's a guy I would bank on to become good.
Yeah, I guess that's a...
Between the coaching and the people on the team, there's no reason Darnold should have had any success, and he largely didn't.
Is anyone rooting against Sam Darnold? No.
I think even Jet fans are like, yeah. You
like prove us.
None of us think you were the problem.
Yeah, I guess there's some Jet fans that were probably like Darnold stinks from the start, so you could bury yourself in that. But man, if he,
I think even then they kind of just like agree, like, yeah, it needs to. We should just make the change and completely redo everything. They have the number 2 pick. They're in love with Wilson.
Zach Wilson out of BYU. Jets up. Jets up. Yeah, I'm rooting for Darnold, man. Why not? That would be, God, if he's even...
And he's still so young.
Yeah.
Like, he's
that was
he's
the
younger
whole
than
thing.
Burrow, right?
That was the whole thing when he came out. Because, college football, you're supposed to be there the 3 years or whatever. At the time he came out, he was still crazy young, doing the good stuff at USC. That basically what they said was, even if he's pretty bad these first couple years, he's going to be getting NFL experience.
Yeah.
He links up with
He's 1
Matt
month
Rule,
older than me.
Joe Brady. And then nuts, man. Stanton's a month older than me. That stinks. If you could go back in time, BBD.
Glad I still qualify as the crazy young age.
Where would you go to?
To any time?
Anytime.
I don't think I'd enjoy any other time. I've had too many of the luxuries of modern times.
Yeah.
It's like the classic internet question, would you rather go back however many years and be the richest person there, or
Right.
be kind of poor now? It's I think I'd have more. I think I'd have more stuff if I was kind of poor now. Just more comforts.
It's heavy.
Depends how far back you go.
It's
I guess
heavy
going
stuff.
if I could have been obviously I was born in the 90s, but that doesn't count. I would have
Right.
liked to experience that.
Sure.
Not having any of my childhood documented that you can go find it anywhere would be pretty cool.
In this version of the story, do you have yourself following your current life? Are you an extra body in the past? And you walk past a young 4-year-old BBD?
I can go find myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll lay that out another time, I think. Chat, I've got you guys popped. I'm excited for the Masters. I think you guys probably don't want me to deep dive in this. I say it every time. Go check it out on Sunday. See if you like it. Relax and watch some good sports. And know what they're doing is really hard. Probably is a chunk of you just watching at work. It's the old dream. The American dream. I'm mixing it up today, BBD. It's Thursday. Dad's a little hungover. The chat is going. Chat, you guys are the bakers. You guys bake the algorithm. You guys are the true ones. I'm taking questions today. We're a hotline.
Ooh.
We're a hotline today. And while I do that, I'll do some comment of the day stuff real quick. BBD, I mentioned I hadn't checked the podcast app in a little bit. We're almost at 300.
300.
We're at 291 reviews, I believe. Let's see. 291, 5 stars, whatever. Not a flex. I took Bryson DeChambeau in my one and done golf pool. I don't know. My whole thinking was he was so hyped for the November Masters and it fell apart. And then he ended up, coming back and looking pretty good after that.
Gets a chance for redemption pretty quick.
Yeah, it's like a light redemption. Okay, I came in with all that expectation. Things fell off. Whatever. What do we got? Someone asked, William Kelly asked, Jake, do you like Taylor ham pork roll? Honestly, I haven't messed around with that a lot. I know that's such a thing up here, but I don't even, I kind of don't get it. Is it just ham?
Basically.
Or it's thick bacon, right?
I'm not the expert.
Okay.
I'm the wrong person to get into the discourse about it.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah.
So I'm not sure.
People like it.
I'm sure I'd like it.
I probably would like it as well, but I try to avoid those breakfast foods for the most part because dangerous.
Yeah. Johnny Sloan. This one gets asked a lot. If you were a baseball player, what would your walk-up song be? Man, I really don't know. It'd be something hyped.
I think I'd be someone that changes it pretty often.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be sticking to one thing my whole career.
You know what? I would probably do that more than I think. I discovered I just read the word Italian. I discovered Dua Lipa pretty late. Discovered's the wrong word. I knew who Dua Lipa was. I heard some of the beats. I just never did it. And then, after watching her at the Grammys, I was like, okay, let's see what it's all about. And then I played it on repeat for like 48 hours. So I would do crap like that. And I mean, a little dua to get the crowd going before you hit. Like, you just need good energy. Hitting's tough. Hitting's tough, man. Favorite Italian dessert from Abe? Cannoli. You getting the Italian dessert game, BBD? Does anything like jump out?
Cannolis.
Yeah.
I just don't know what qualifies as like specifically.
Like a good cheesecake probably beats a cannoli. But
yeah,
I don't think
but
like
is
the
that-
Italians can
say that is
hold serve
yours.
on cheesecake. I think other cultures would get mad at
they've
that.
other cultures that make their own as well. Words.
Someone had it, and it's always ridiculous, but we're fun here. We're in a safe place. Brandon Maxwell asks, what's the highlight of your sports playing career? There's not a ton. Not a ton. I will say the one that'll always perk me a little smile is a soccer game. And I was a goalkeeper. My body wouldn't tell you that. But I was a goalkeeper, and there was another goalkeeper who was similar in talent to me, but our high school coach coached an AAU team that was funded by the other goalkeeper's dad. So that kind of left me in a bad spot. So we were rotating games, and then he was getting some run. We weren't scoring, so I was like, Coach, I had the fastest 40 time on the team that year. I was like, Coach, throw me up top. Like, whatever. Like, let's get through this. And he was kind of resistant. You're a goalie. You're not skilled. He was right to a degree. So one of the first games, he subbed me in late. And, dude, it was kind of the sweetest gig. Like, I was 15 minutes left. Everyone else was gassed, and I just go full tilt. So it's like
The only tool you really had was the speed.
It was the speed. So it was under the lights, which is always cool. Got the ball at midfield, and I just saw my buddy Cheyenne making a run. Fed him perfectly. Perfect pass. Top titty. Game winner. Sprinted celebrating that we had like 5 minutes of kickoff left. I was gassed. Oh, I felt awful. I almost subbed myself out. Oh, my God. It was one of those, if you've ever played a competitive event and you run around and, like, you do that first one and you get tired and then you play the rest of the basketball game or whatever and you're like, okay, I got that, like, tired spree out. I was at the tired spree point, and that was a bad time. But,
yeah, it's kind of the amount of time you have to work with in that 15 minutes at the end.
Yeah. Yeah,
you kind of don't get to work through that and then, like, coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would scare myself pretty often in, like, college intramural basketball games. Like 5 minutes in, I'd feel like I was a little scared of how tired I got.
Right.
And then it's like,
you get
work
over that
through
hurdle.
And you're like, okay.
Yes.
I know how to be tired the rest of the way and, like, breathe again.
That's a very real
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I had a good one. So this is the other end of the spectrum. Intramural basketball game. It was when the NBA dudes started wearing full, like, spandex under their uniforms. Like, that was the cool thing. I did that, but what I didn't know, well, I guess I knew, but I was just really dumb, is it was spandex for, like, skiing. It was, like, heat-contained spandex. So I played, like, 5 minutes of basketball, and my body overheated. It was dry heaving. So dumb. So dumb. So I'll put that in the low light. Guys, thanks for your questions live. Brandon, thank you for asking. Thanks everybody in the chat. You guys really are the best. Love doing this, being able to talk some sports. Probably not my most organized ep. That's on me. Probably because, again, live streamed for like 10 hours yesterday and took 10 Jameson shots. But who am I? Again, Baker's Bake the algorithm. Click like, share. Maybe don't share this one. Maybe share this one. I guess let everybody in. Know if they need a home. Dad's here for him. BBD, we got on March. Okay, so this was March. Any pod that has Jake is worth subscribing to. He's a cool guy with great sports insight. Consistently cracks funny jokes and definitely has charisma. Hype that he has his own podcast now. Subscribe to this and other John Boy Media podcasts as well if you love sports. Wow. Those are some really nice words.
It's high praise.
This is from Callie Atrill. Callie Atrill. Okay. And then SF Robbins said Jake the Great. So thank you. Thank you. Claps in the chat. Lou Ellum, William Kelly. All the player hits, man. Player hits. BBD, let me, I'll go to last week's app just to see if there's any comments that jump out. I think we're in the clear. God, all this John Boy Media content, man. How do we do it? Oh, Wake and Jake subscribers on the YouTube, 1.69.
Nice.
Whoa. And we pitched a perfect game last time. So we're hot in the streets. It looks like there's some live sex ads in the comments. Okay, there's one sad Rockies post from Die Jobu. We lost Nolan Arenado for a guy who gives up 3 runs on no hits in the first inning. Looking forward to our first 100-loss season. Sorry, Rockies fans. I love you. But it's going to be a tough year. It's going to be a tough year. Guys, thank you for your comments. Live in the chat now. Last episode, podcast app. Get the podcast app to 300. Let's get the YouTube to 2K. And let's just keep churning, baby. I love you guys. BBD Bro of the Night, you got 2 there. Go with whichever one your heart has, and I may steal the other.
Well, the thing is, I think I might be giving it to both of them because they did the same thing.
Both.
I'm giving my Bro of the Night. It's a shared award with Jose Ramirez and Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah.
Both of them hit a pair of go-ahead home runs in their respective games. Jose Ramirez, in Cleveland's win over the Royals, he hit a go-ahead 2-run homer in the bottom of the 6th and a go-ahead 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th. Lorenzo Cain did kind of the same thing. Go-ahead solo shot in the 8th and then a 3-run homer to go ahead in the top of the 10th.
Yeah.
So when you both did it twice,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Man, the Lorenzo Cain thing's really cool. We did this with Plouffe on an episode of Talking Baseball that he, one day he just started playing baseball. Like he was, what was the story? He was 14. He just grabbed a glove and went to the outfield.
Yeah, I think he either got cut from the basketball team or something like that, so he just pivoted.
I'll play baseball now. Be nice. I'm still trying to do that. It's not working so well for me. Bro of the Night. Do I want to stay in baseball? It's baseball season. Masters could probably lead me into one on Monday. I don't know, Cole Tucker?
For being the coolest.
For being Kotuck. Low Kane, Kotuck. Wearing the John Boy Media swag the other day. Like that a lot.
Yeah. Helped boost my numbers.
Yeah, right? Who would be the MVP of baseball today?
Oh.
Now this is fun. 1 week in.
1 week.
This will be my one. Let's see. Yermin Mercedes still hitting 565. So he'd have to be a leader.
A few guys have 4 home.
Castellanos, Naquin, and McMahon with 4 home runs.
Mullins,
Nate Lowe with 14 RBIs. We're so young in this baseball season. How about my bruz to Glaber? I did it. I did it last night. If you want to go listen to a sad talking Yanks, go check that out for a little bit. I just don't know, man. So talented.
Thanks.
He came in better shape. It's a tough position.
He completely changed his diet and everything. Like he talked and
Was the whole
he talked
thing.
me into he'll at least make the routine plays in week 1. He's not doing it.
Back-to-back games. He couldn't get the last out. Kind of. It's definitely a
last
spin
night's
in
different,
there.
but-
Feo in the chat with a good one. You can give it to Snell for being in the Plouffe Chris Rose Instagram going nuts. Yeah, man.
I love that.
He was going wild. I love Snell, man. Chris Rose rotation's really good.
New episode with Liam Hendricks out today.
Liam Hendricks and Giolito, I listened to that during my 7 a.m. fake gym sesh. Hendricks is everything you think he is, and some.
Cool.
Glaber, make some throws, dude. How about that?
I guess probably NL MVP would be Bauer because just like 2 dominant starts. I don't know.
Bauer.
I guess they lost yesterday, but he would not because of him.
Garrett Hampson. Connor Brogdon leading all pitchers in wins with 3. How about that?
Baseball.
All right, guys. I can't appreciate you enough. The rare, hey, maybe I'll make them less rare. I was going to say less rare hungover episode of Wake and Jake. Last night was a big one. JMO with JMO. You guys are the best. If you're looking to get lost in stuff today, guys, you know where it is. John Boy Media, the compound. If you're looking for baseball, talking Giants, they're talking about football, talking Nets, basketball, GM files, baseball, mansplain baseball, sequence with Trevor Plouffe, killing it lately.
There's a new watching with Trevor Plouffe as
New
well.
watching with Trevor Plouffe, talking
out.
Yanks, JJR yesterday was a good time. Chris Rose rotation, talking baseball, guys. Click
Draft.
all over the net. Yeah. Santino the Great. All you guys are the best. And go watch some Masters. That's your homework assignment. Just a little bit. Just relax. Enjoy.